Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 SEAT Leon ST 1.4 EcoTSI FR. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car and pressing and hold on the lock button, the side mirrors automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors automatically folds out again. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you are able to roll down all 4 windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. To start the Leon, put your foot on the brake, insert the key into the slot right here, and twist the key like you would in a normal car. A rack and pinion electric power steering system is present on the Mark III Leon. Standard on the FR trim is a leather-wrapped, flat-bottom steering wheel with perforated sections on the sides, sport grips at 10 and 2, FR badging on the bottom spoke, and red stitching going around the inner rim. When equipped with the 1.4 EcoTSI 150 engine, the Leon can be paired to either a 6-speed manual transmission or this car's 7-speed direct-shift gearbox dual-clutch automated manual transmission. Direct-shift gearbox, or DSG, uses a setup that comprises of one clutch for odd gears and another clutch for even gears. With DSG, a clutch pedal and a torque converter as found in a regular manual and a regular automatic respectively is not needed. Drivers can expect less lag between shift times, smoother shifts, and improved fuel economy from a DSG over a regular automatic. Sport mode and manual shifting capabilities are available. The latter can be operated 2 ways, either via the gear lever or via the pedal shifters on the back of the top 2 steering wheel spokes. This Leon ST has been specified with front and rear parking sensors. The parking sensor diagram that appears on the infotainment display does have guidance lines to help in parking. The base of both the gear lever and the parking brake lever are wrapped in leather as well, with the same red stitching as what you would find on the steering wheel. The SEAT Drive Profile driving modes are standard on the FR trim. 4 modes can be chosen depending on the driving style. Eco is focused more on fuel consumption, Normal is the default setting, Sport tunes the car to be more engaging for the driver, and Individual lets drivers select their own settings based on what they prefer. The settings that can be changed are for the steering, the engine, the air conditioning, and the background lighting. Safety features on the Leon includes 7 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force, distribution and brake assist, electronic stability control, traction control system, multi-collision braking system, automatic warning lights, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer rear seats. Additional safety features present on the FR trim includes front assist, electronic differential lock, and hill hold control. As per the norm, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The bonnet release is located to the left of the front passenger's footwell. This Leon ST has been fitted with the optional 18-inch performance alloy rims. The rims on this car are wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza S001 225/40 R18 tyres. Ventilated disc brakes and solid disc brakes are present front and rear respectively. For the suspension, the front gets McPherson struts while the rear gets a torsion beam setup. Standard on the FR trim as well is a sports suspension setup. The Seat Leon has been in production since 1999. It takes its place in the Seat model lineup as the brand's C-segment competitor. 3 generations have been produced so far, and all 3 are built on the corresponding VW Golf platform of that time. The Mark I Leon shares its PQ34 platform with the Mark IV Golf, while the Mark II Leon shares its PQ35 platform with the Mark V and the Mark VI Golf. The Mark III Leon debuted at the 2012 Paris Motor Show as the second car built on VW Group's newest MQB platform after the Mark III Audi A3. Hence, the third generation Leon has the same platform as the Mark VII Golf. For the first time, the Leon will be available in a 3-door hatchback body style called the Leon SC and a 5-door estate body style called the Leon ST in addition to the 5-door hatchback. There is also the Leon ST Experience, which is a raised and rugged version of the Leon ST. A first-in-class feature for the Leon is the availability of full LED headlights. The Mark III Leon is shorter and lighter than its predecessor, but it offers more interior room and a bigger boot. Peek under the bonnet of this Leon ST and you can find a 1.4 litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline-4 petrol engine with variable valve timing and direct injection. This engine does have active cylinder technology, which helps save fuel by shutting off 2 of the engine's 4 cylinders when not in use. Power figures for this engine are 148 horsepower between 5000 and 6000 RPM and 250 Nm of torque between 1500 and 3500 RPM. As for performance figures, a 134 miles per hour or 216 km per hour top speed is on paper, and the sprint to 62 miles per hour or 100 km per hour from a standstill takes 8.2 seconds. 50 litres is the fuel tank capacity, and the combined fuel consumption for the Leon ST 1.4 EcoTSI 150 DSG is 56.5 miles per gallon or 5 litres per 100 kilometers. 117 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted per kilometer, and the Leon is a front-wheel drive vehicle. All 4 body styles for the Mark III Leon are available for the UK market. 5 petrol engines and 4 diesel engines are offered. Several trim levels are available depending on the model chosen. There is even the Cupra 290 and the Cupra 290 Black Hot Hatch variants should the need for more power arise. Exterior features of this Leon ST FR includes automatic auto-leveling full LED headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, LED front indicators, LED rear lights, LED rear number plate lights, front and rear fog lights, front and rear parking sensors, FR exclusive front and rear bumpers, indicators on the side mirrors, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, chrome front grille frame, chrome roof rails, and twin exhaust pipes. You do have a speaker down there together with some storage. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. Right here you do have your central locking buttons. Right down here, you do have a storage area. FR door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this Leon ST FR does get full manual adjustments. This lever is for your lumbar support. This knob is for your seat back. This knob adjusts your seat height. And that lever down there controls your seat position. You do have under seat storage for the driver's side. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Leon ST FR does come standard with a dual zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. It is quite simple to use. In the middle you do have your fan speed, automatic button and setup button. To the left of the fan speed you do have your off button, and to the right you do have your sync button. Sync means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, each side will have their individual temperature controls. And speaking of temperature controls, to the right you do have your driver's side temperature with your air conditioning and maximum air conditioning, and to the left you do have your passenger side temperature with your front and rear defrost. Right above you do have your different modes as well as your recirculation button. Right down here you do have a bit of storage as well as your auxiliary and USB ports. Right here you do have a couple of cup holders, and right here you do have a power outlet. To the left of the hazard light switch, this button allows you to turn off or on the parking sensors. This button allows you to turn on or off the vehicle's automatic start-stop system. If you do have the system activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. And right here you do have your driving mode button as shown earlier. This Leon ST does have the Media System Plus with Navigation System head unit. This system features a 6.5-inch color touch screen display, various media connectivity options and 8 speakers for the sound system. must say, for a stock sound system, the speakers in the Leon do sound quite good. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the artist, album, title. You can play pause, go back a song, go forward a song. Right above, if you hit the source button, you can bring up your list of media options. You do have CD, 2 SD card slots, Bluetooth audio streaming, auxiliary, and USB. Hit menu, and right here, we are in your main menu. Hit selection. To bring up your list of folders, you do have my music, playlists, and radio. Down below, you can activate your shuffle and repeat. And if you hit the setup button, you can bring up your media settings with your sound. Under sound, you do have your volume, your equalizer, balance and fader, sound focus, touch screen tone, and all that. If you hit radio, you can go to your FM, AM, and DAB digital radio menus, and under those menus, you can look at your list of available radio stations in the area, perform a manual tuning search, and all that. If you hit phone, you go to your Bluetooth telephone menu, and right here you can add up to 15 favorite numbers. You can dial a number, look at your call list, bring up your Bluetooth telephone setup. You can select the paired telephone, your Bluetooth settings, and your user profile. And you can access your contacts on the top right button. If you hit voice, help!
These telephone commands are always available. Call number, call name, or say call, followed by the name of the contact.
Cancel!
Cancel.
Now, if you activated the voice control system and you did not know what to say, just ask for help, and the system will walk you through a list of available commands. You do have your volume and power knob right here. You do have your tuning knob to the right, and to the right of the display, hit the nav button to access your navigation menu. But since this car does not have navigation, this message pops up instead. Similar for traffic. But if you hit car, you can bring up your vehicle information. Top left button, you can change your different views. You can see how your air conditioning affects your fuel consumption. You can bring up your driving data since the last startup, long term, and since the last refuel. For all the driving data, you do have the same set of information, which is your distance traveled, elapsed time, average speed, and average fuel consumption. Again, as it says, depending on since the last startup, since the last reset, and since the last refuel. You do have your Eco Trainer right here, and your vehicle status. This menu tells you whether there is anything wrong with the car, and your start-stop status and all that. Right here, you do have your tire pressure monitoring system, and back to your vehicle status. If you hit the setup button, you can bring up your vehicle settings with your enabling or disabling the electronic stability control, your tire settings, parking and maneuvering, lights, mirrors and wipers, opening and closing, instrument cluster, time and date, and units. Now, if you do not want to use the touch screen to go through the menus, you can actually use the knob as well. And if you hit media, you can select your desired song or your radio station depending on which media menu you're in. And right down here you do have your range. Electronic central locking. And as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. The side mirrors in this car are also heated. On the steering wheel, The left spoke houses your audio controls with your seat track buttons, your on-hook off-hook button for the Bluetooth telephone system, and you do have your volume wheel. If you click the wheel down, you mute the system. On the right spoke, you do have your multi-information display controls. Use the left and right arrows to go through the different main menus, while use the wheel to go through the different sub-menus. Click the wheel down to select that particular option. Right now, we do have your driving data with your digital speedometer, average speed, distance traveled, elapsed time, range, average fuel consumption, instant fuel consumption, coolant temperature, oil temperature, and back to your digital speedometer. Next up, we do have your navigation menu, your audio menu, telephone menu, vehicle status, and back to your driving data. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and on the left stalk, you do have your indicator controls as well as your cruise control. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Adjustable front center armrest with storage down below. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. They are LED powered. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and an LED light. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have a speaker down there together with some storage and your window control right there. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is not much room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I do get about this much headroom. It is actually quite nice and comfortable back here. It is quite spacious as well. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs, rear aircon vents, rear center armrest with cup holders and a pass-through to the back. And you do have grip handles on the ceiling for both sides at the back. Right up there, you do have your rear interior lights. They are LED powered as well. And you do have hooks on the B pillars. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself, locate the SEAT badge, push it in, and lift the rear hatch up. The Leon ST has a 587 litre boot with the rear seat backs in place. This figure rises to 1,470 litres with the rear seat backs folded and the cargo cover removed. There are a couple of ways to fold down the 60-40 split folding rear seat backs. You can either use the levers next to the headrests on the outer two rear seats or use the levers on either sides of the boot. On both sides of the boot are storage areas and hooks. To the right of the boot is an LED light and to the left there is a power outlet. The boot floor is adjustable and there is a bit of storage underneath it. The Leon ST FR is equipped with privacy glass for the rear windows and the rear windscreen. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. You do have your window control right there, and down below you do have some storage and a speaker. The front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, including your height adjustment and lumbar support. Nicely sized glove box. You do have your CD player and a couple of SD card slots right in here as well. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with an LED light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Seat Leon ST 1.4 EcoTSI FR. Thanks for watching and goodbye.